Oh, look, I'm getting a little flashing light. Okay, good. There are some crazy storms going on out here in Lexington, Kentucky. But check it out. Woke up normal time, right? 3:20 a.m. Got up 3:20 a.m. No snooze button. Don't touch your phone first thing in the morning. Time for gratitude and goals. So I went and grabbed my Morning 5 planner like I do every single day. I grabbed my Morning 5 planner and I left it in my backpack here. So let me grab it again so I can show you. So I grabbed my Morning 5 planner like I do every single day, opened it up. This is the only way I know what day it is, by the way. And so I opened up my Morning 5 planner, and right here, June 30th, 2023, at the top of the planner, there is a quote submitted by an actual member of our community. I love these quotes. They're amazing. So today's quote was submitted by Kagan Sharp, which is actually interesting because I have training with Kagan and his team over at Beaver Toyota today at 8:30 a.m. I'll be doing some training with them today. So the quote was submitted by Kagan Sharp. And the quote says this. It says, "Here I am, use me, Lord. I lay down my life for yours." Here I am, use me, Lord. I lay down my life for yours. And so, of course, as I always do when I see these quotes, I went online, I look it up. I'm like, okay, that's powerful. You know, is that a Bible verse or what exactly is that? So I look it up and there's a song, right? There's a song and it's a great song. So I listened to the song this morning. I'm like, okay, beautiful. I love it, right? And that song stems from a verse in the book of Isaiah. It says, "Here I am, send me." That's the actual verse. Here I am, send me. And so when you dive in and you read the story, Isaiah has this dream, right? He has this prophetic dream. And in the dream, God asks someone to deliver a message. And Isaiah stands up in his dream. He stands up and he says, he thinks in his heart, he thinks, though I'm not worthy, he steps up anyway, right? And he says, "Here I am, send me, send me." And from that point forward, his life as a prophet begins. Now listen, I connect with this story. I really connect with this story. This show is an example of that. This show is an example of, in a moment, God planting a dream, a vision, and I raised my hand. I'm just like, here I am, send me. I'll show up. I'll show up 5:30 a.m., deliver a message of motivation, education, inspiration. So I totally connect with this verse that Kagan was kind enough to submit into our planner. Totally connect with it. This show is a result of that. What about you? That's the question I got for this morning. What about you? What dream do you have that is calling you? And the real answer is, are you going to answer the call, right? Because listen, the call only goes through if it's answered. There is no phone call if you don't pick up the phone. Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is, what is today? Today is Friday. That's right, today is Friday, June 30th, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, June 30th, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most And I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Hey, I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. I got to tell you, man, the weather around here right now is crazy. I don't know what's going on in your neck of the woods, but the weather around here is crazy. Last night, we were sitting out on the back deck and we had the most beautiful sunset probably I've ever seen in my entire life. It was incredible, wasn't it, TM?
Yes, sir.
It was beautiful, pink and purples and all these beautiful hues. It was amazing. Then this morning I wake up, it's 3:20 in the morning and the sky is, just lit up with this ridiculous lightning show. It's shaking my house. There's thunder. There's buckets of water coming down. Buckets on buckets on buckets. I'm like, this is insane, right? Now, on top of that, we've got smoke that has come through because of these Canadian fires, the stuff that's going on with the Canadian fires, right? I feel for those that are battling that challenge all the way up there in Canada. With that said, the storms have brought the smoke all the way through. So there's this hue that's been across our city for the last few days. It's been really interesting and a little challenging on the throat, but it does smell like everybody's barbecuing, which that part I love, right? That's the smell of summer right there, right? So it's kind of crazy. It's crazy weather. It's also the start. Today is officially the start of our annual 4th of July extravaganza. All right, today's the start. So we've got people flying in. My boy James and his family flew in yesterday. I had the entire Mercedes Sprinter van packed from head to toe, including my boy TM Hyman, who was riding shotgun to make sure all that went through, which was dope, right? So the 4th of July extravaganza has begun. And what that looks like at our house is food, that is friends, that is family, that is fireworks, that is fun houses, that is frenzied water wars. It's fun for all. We do not mess around when it comes to the 4th of July. We're celebrating that tomorrow night. That's right, tomorrow night we'll have that party. If you're local, you're welcome. I shouldn't say if you're local. If you want to come in, you are welcome to come join us for our 4th of July extravaganza. It's going to be absolutely amazing. But listen, I can't wait for that. That's always my favorite holiday. It's a great time, but that's tomorrow. Today is actually the last day of June. Can you believe that? June is officially over. So today is Friday. Today is the last day of June. Today is the launch of the 4th of July extravaganza. Today is also the halfway mark in the year, right? You realize that? 2023 halfway over. So we're at the halfway mark in the year. It's also the middle of summer, and it's also Fitness Friday. Golly, dude, how many labels can you put on this amazing, incredible day? Mid-year, midsummer, 4th of July extravaganza, Fitness Friday, last day of the month. It's all the things, right? It is all the things. And it's also the last day of an amazing series that we've been in this week called Self-Mastery. Self-mastery, right? The ability to control yourself in all situations. To be able to move forward consciously and steadily towards your goal. Now, we broke this down all week. We talked about it on Monday, how self-mastery requires self-discipline, the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses, the ability to pursue what one thinks is right, despite temptations to abandon it, right? Then on Tuesday, we talked about self-awareness, having conscious knowledge of one's own character and feelings. We cannot achieve self-mastery without self-awareness. Then on Wednesday, we talked about self-motivation, the internal drive that leads us to take action towards a goal, right? The internal drive that leads us to take action towards a goal. We cannot have self-mastery without self-motivation. And then yesterday, we talked about self-belief. Self-belief is the confidence in your own abilities or judgment. And we did it in a very interesting way yesterday. We let my guy Saul come in for a full hour, bro. Never done that on the show before. We let Saul come in for a full hour, his full-on keynote. It's powerful, and it's just this story of self-belief, right? He was the worst artist in the school. He was a good artist, but he was the worst artist in the school, and yet ultimately he was able to achieve his dream of becoming a Disney animator, and he talked us through that entire process yesterday, right? So it was incredible. And there are 5 steps to self-mastery: self-discipline, self-awareness, self-motivation, self-belief, and there is one more. And we're going to go into that. But before we do, you know what we got to do on this show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's time. That's right. It's time to do some dancing. Come on now. Come on, that thing keeps resetting on my Wirecast. I gotta fix that. Throws me off, but that's all right. We're here. We're back. Bring it back. You guys know what we gotta do. This is the part of the show where we gotta get these bodies in motion. Listen, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So let's get moving. Come on. I don't care where you are in the world. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care if you're in the car right now taking the kids to school. Let's get everybody moving, all right? Get everybody shaking. Maybe you're at work right now. Maybe you're at work. Just let everybody look at you like you're a crazy person. They're like, that person is literally dancing like no one is watching. And guess what? They'll be inspired to do the same. They're gonna be like, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I had enough confidence to dance like nobody's watching. Right? If you're at home, just do it up. Don't worry about waking up the kids. Don't worry about waking up your spouse. They need to wake up anyway. I'm just saying, wake their rear ends up. And if you're still laying in bed, look, I ain't playing with you today, all right? I am not playing with you today. You need to get up. Now is the time. Let's go. We got to attack this amazing, beautiful day. Fair? Fair. All right, cool. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit the share button. All right, I want to see it right now over on Facebook. Hit that share button. Clubhouse. Share it into the Clubhouse streets. I also want to see you tagging your friends. Those of you over on Facebook, you need to tag some folks, all right? Just let me see some names. Just drop some names, different people. People that you've seen watch the show before. People that have never watched the show before. People that you think, you're like, man, this person needs to be watching this show. They need to change something in their life. What's up, Dana? And lastly, this is the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. All right, Kim Fair, great to have you in the building. Randy Wagner, good morning to you. Leisha Moore, I'm glad you're here. I see Whitney Wells. What's up, Whitney Wells? I saw you shared that 2-year memory. I commented on it earlier today, I think, and thank you for sharing that. That's awesome, man. So looking back and seeing that, absolutely incredible. Nathaniel Banks, thanks for being in the building. Wes Storm's in the building. Christina Macy's up in here. Jacqueline Underwood. That's right, Dana. Dana, you and I still got to get connected, bro. 800%. Let's go. Vicky Everett is in the building. Vicky Smith is up in here. Jeff Baker, Melvin Rodriguez, Tony Thorstad. I'm going to flip over to Clubhouse. We're going to scroll down. We see Treva is in the building. What's up, Treva? I see Dominica is up in here as well. Glad you're here, Dominica. Juliet and Philip, thanks for choosing to spend time with us this morning. I see Andrew. I see James. I see Marilyn. I see Judy. What up, Trisha? With the yellow background. I see Cass. I see Lita Poe. I also see my guy Eric. That's a nice suit you got going on there, Eric. JK is in the building. Lois is up in here as well. Manu and Sonia, thanks for being here. Bree and Mike and Kimberly and Khalil. I see David and Karis are in the building as well. Mr. Don Sankey, thanks for being here, buddy. I'm glad you're in the building. And if you guys want, why don't you let's say good morning to TM Hyman. TM, get over here, brother. Actually, I can just shoot to this camera right there. Look, there's TM. Look, he's over in the corner. Look at him. Look at him. He's over in the corner. We can say good morning to TM Hyman. He didn't know he was going to be on camera today. There he is, the celebrity in the building. Good morning, TM. We appreciate you being here as well. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I only got one announcement for you today. It's an easy one. And here's the announcement. It's quite simple. We are changing the way people shop for cars, new and used vehicles. And so listen, if you are in the market for a new used vehicle, or you know somebody in the market for a new or used vehicle, I need you to go to shop.800eliteauto.com. That's shop.800eliteauto.com. And what we've done is we've pulled together all of our dealers, right? I work with over 200 dealerships around the United States and Canada. We've pulled together all our dealers' inventory in one spot so that you have a friend in the car business. It's simple as that. Find a vehicle that you want in your area. Tell them you're a part of the hashtag Rise and Grind show, that you're friends with Glenn Lundy, that you know all about 800%, and they're going to take care of you like nobody's business. All right. So if you're in the market, your friends in the market, your kids in the market, your daddy's in the market, your mama's in the market, go to shop.800eliteauto.com and make that happen. On that note, today is Fitness Friday, so I want to hand it over to my friend Heather Parody with her weekly Friday fitness tip.
Hey, sounds like doing that singing butt doll, George. Hey, George.
Hey, Heather, what's going on? What do I do with this pleasure?
Listen, can I skip today for reals?
Yeah, I get that. You don't want to work out, you don't feel like exercising, you don't want to do the right thing. It's easy. It's easy to, lay around. It's easy to stuff one more Twinkie in your face. But you're better than that. You called the right guy. I can help you with it. Trust me.
Listen, God help me.
A few things I do to stay on the right track, and hopefully these will help you as well. First of all, obviously, I hang out with this guy right here. That's a huge help. Always get some inspiration right here. Hanging out with chickens and roosters.
Hang out with roosters and chickens, check.
They've got so much to say, so much to contribute. Something else I do is accountability is important to me. So I work out with a group of people. One thing I do is if anybody else doesn't show up, I'm extremely, extremely hard on them and I call them out.
Call people out, okay?
What that does is it puts me on the hook, because if I ever miss out, they're going to absolutely slaughter me. So I need to show up. I need to be there, or I will get absolutely crucified. That's probably the best thing I could do. The other thing is I think about the people in my life that I owe to be my best to, in all seriousness. My wife, this beautiful slab of Roman God here, that my wife married.
Be a Roman slab of goddess Romanness?
I need to uphold that. I need to sustain that for her. She deserves that. It doesn't feel good when you do it. The results are well worth it. I encourage you to do that. Think not about now and what it feels like now, but project into the future. What are you going to feel like when it's done? You're going to feel great. You're going to love yourself. You're going to be glad, and you're going to put down that damn Twinkie.
All right, check it out. So self-reflection, meditation or serious thought about one's character, actions, and motives. Periodically stepping back to consider your own thoughts, your own emotions. Periodically stepping back to consider the decisions that you are making and have made and your behaviors. Thoughts, emotions, decisions, and behaviors. Literally asking yourself the question. Like literally asking yourself the question. You're like, why am I thinking this way? And does it serve me? Or taking the time to ask yourself the question, why am I feeling this way? And does it serve me? Why did I make that decision? And does it serve me? Why am I acting like this? And does it serve me? Does it serve me should be a massive part of your vocabulary. You should be asking that question all the time. I'm investing time into this relationship. Does it serve me? I'm investing time into this business. Does it serve me? Is it calling me to the highest version of myself that I can possibly be? Does it serve me? You see, self-reflection helps improve self-awareness, which is the awareness of one's self. Self-reflection also fosters self-discipline by ultimately helping you recognize the patterns in your life that you need to change. Self-reflection feeds into self-motivation. Because by reflecting, we acknowledge progress, and then that ultimately encourages self-belief by giving you a better understanding of who you are and what you're capable of. You see, self-reflection creates space in your life for growth and adaptation. Both growth and adaptation are crucial for self-mastery. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are you putting all these pieces together? Look, I done walked you through it. Self-mastery, ability to control yourself in all situations, requires self-discipline, requires self-awareness, requires self-motivation, requires self-belief. And we use self-reflection to improve awareness of self, to foster self-discipline, to feed self-motivation, and to encourage self-belief.
With mighty motivation, I give this my all. Self-reflection. Yes, it's about that time to look in that mirror. It's about that time to reach for your energy source and have a true understanding of your own personal life values and motivations. No, we are not perfect. So there will come a time to come back and look in that mirror. Self-reflection is a time to be honest about what we need to do to improve. It can be our own personality. It can be our relationships. It can be our job. It can even be our mindset. Change the way that you think, to change the way that you feel, to change your own atmosphere. It's about that time to stop being judgmental, but instead, let's start holding our own selves accountable for our own actions. How can we seek greatness if we are not willing to create greatness within ourselves? How can we seek a loving person if we do not truly love ourselves first? How do you seek motivation when we ourselves are not even motivated? How do you seek the real deal when indeed we are not even the real deal? And even sometimes falsified. Yes, falsified. Some of us seek a good game, but truly do not know how to play the game. And sometimes it is what it is, just a game. When will we set the standards of true realness without prejudice? When will you give yourself 100% of you? What happened to the standards of self-love? The standards of consistency? The standards of integrity? On my my journey of self-reflection, I reflect, I analyze, I start repairing all inaccuracies and all inconsistencies and any misunderstandings that I might have presented, that I may take all responsibility for all of my actions. I can acknowledge my own wrongdoing as I correct them. My greatest path to my motivation would be the door to my own self-reflection. I live to be great. Therefore, there is no other way than to create my own greatness. This is Ron Spates, and I live for greatness.
All right, so look, it's been a whole week, okay? It has been a whole week. Each day we have been breaking down the path to self-mastery. And I'm talking hours of content, right? Hours of content here on Facebook and YouTube, the other places that show the show. So hours of content. We've had hours of discussion over on Clubhouse in the Breakfast with Champions room, hours of discussion. So this self-mastery thing, it's like complex enough to have profound discussions around it, yet profoundly simple at the same time. So watch this. You weren't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't know it was going to come around like this. This is what I love about doing a show that is just God-led. Watch this. Are you ready? We're going to take these hours and hours and hours of discussion and content and creation and all that, right? We're going to take hours and hours of conversation, and we're going to simplify this so simple that a freaking 5-year-old can understand it, or maybe even a 2-year-old after what I saw a 2-year-old do yesterday. Crazy, right? We're going to break this. It's amazing. I hope you're ready for this. I was blown away. We're gonna break this down really simple. You ready? Here we go. Watch this. The morning 5. 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life. Step 1, no snooze button. What does this teach us? Self-discipline. Step 2, no phone first thing in the morning. What does this do for us? It teaches us self-awareness, to spend time in our own conscious knowledge of our own character and feelings. Nothing from the outside, right? Step 3, gratitude and goals. What does this do for us? Self-motivation. It's the internal drive that leads us to take action towards a goal. Step 4, take care of the physical. What does this do? It guides our self-belief, the confidence in our own abilities or judgments. Step 5, to send out an encouraging message. What does that do for us? Well, it causes us to reflect, because when we encourage others, we cannot see in others what we do not see in ourselves. Here I am, Lord, use me. For what? To make a massive impact in other people's lives. Listen, the path to self-mastery is in 5 simple steps that you can do every single day. That's it. It's that easy. Do those 5 simple steps every single day, and you will be on a path to self-mastery. Isn't that wild? Freaking crazy how that came full back around on me this morning. Didn't see it coming. I guess is you didn't either. But it really is that simple, folks. It's not that complex. You, me, children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God is calling you and I to be the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And what's crazy is he choreographed things in such a way that he gives us all the tools that we need in order to become the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. But what we do is sometimes we don't see the message that's right stinking in front of us and has been. We got to open our eyes, realize that we're being called, that calling comes from something higher, a desire for you to ascend, not for you, but ultimately to make a massive impact in other people's lives. That's a wrap. I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. Have an amazing weekend. Know that you are welcome to come join me at my house tomorrow night. If you'd like to see a fireworks show and spend some time in fellowship, you're totally welcome to do that. You are family as far as I am concerned. If I don't see you this weekend, I will be back Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. because we'll do it all over again right here on #Rise and Grind.
You're not so far away. I saw you not so long ago. Was it just yesterday? Got that old feeling that I know. In
Good morning and welcome
the dark of the night, I'll be alright. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. A sea of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisper, and it's coming for my soul. In the dark of the night, I can see the light. The sun will arise. 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 When I was broken, you came and set me free. I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will